Freeze Out 5K event is back at Onondaga Community College. Find out how the run in the frigid temperatures and the efforts of others are taking steps to help solve the problems of homelessness.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is Ontv Update.
Good morning and welcome to Ontv Update. Today is Friday, March 1st. I'm Joel Carlino.
And I'm Colo Pedisano. The Freeze Out 5K run is an annual run hosted by the National Rescue Mission Alliance to help raise funds for the worsening problem of homelessness in the Syracuse area.
Ontv Update's Cody Woodard shows us how efforts such as this run help support those who need it the most in our community.
In these frigid temperatures, with the common low setting in at -6 degrees, there are those who would run, not for themselves, but to help the growing problem of homelessness in Syracuse. According to Gina Rapaciti, the Special Events Director for the Rescue Mission Alliance, the Rescue Mission is finding it harder to provide aid for all who seek it.
I'm housing about 190 men and women each night in our shelter, and it's actually our beds are full every night for the last couple months and overflow as well.
That's why the direct funding raised in fundraising events like the Freeze Out 5K are so important. But that's not to say that the work done in the shelters are not as vital. While events like the Freeze Out 5K are an important means of securing a direct line of revenue, it's also important to realize that through donations to the community, the shelter here is able to provide direct solutions to direct problems, like gloves or blankets to those who are cold, or toothbrushes and deodorant to those lacking basic hygiene. However, the variation of donations do not end with such provisions, as also on occasions has the NWA set up meal or clothes drives to help those who are lacking in either, and that aid extends far past just donations, as Director of Emergency Services for the NWA, Mary Reed, explains.
And once they enter shelter, they are assigned a case manager who works with them one-on-one on addressing any barriers that they might have, which could be substance abuse or mental health issues, so that they don't have to ever return to homelessness.
And with the continued support and effort of the community, events like the Freeze Out 5K and locations like the shelters will continue to aid those in need. At the SRC Arena, Cody Woodard, Ontv Update.
The National Rescue Mission Alliance is always looking for volunteers to help provide relief to the community. Anyone interested in volunteering, please visit their website at rescuemissionalliance.org. Onondaga Community College is also giving back to the community, making sure students in need have a place to turn. While many campus resources focus on tutoring and learning assistance, the Community Care Hub focuses on the needs beyond the classroom. Resources are offered for things like emergency funds, bus passes, and food links. Students can find these and many other resources at communitycare@sunyocc.edu or stop by the Care Hub in the Gordon Center.
Many people consider climate change to be a big threat to our planet and that we don't do enough to combat it. Today we'll take a look at how OCC is doing its part to help save the planet. Reduce, reuse, recycle has been the model for living a more eco-friendly life for a while. But with the threat of climate change, there is tons more we need to do to make sure we keep our planet healthy. Buffy Quinn is a sustainability professor here at OCC, and she says the college is already making changes in that area.
OCC has really done a lot in terms of environmental sustainability. In fact, we were just awarded one of the top green colleges.
With recent confusion over the term climate change being used instead of the original term global warming, Professor Quinn gives us professional insight.
With global warming, I think sometimes people have the idea that every day is going to be warmer than the previous one, or every year is going to be warmer than the previous one. But global climate change really sort of gets at that idea that with an increase in global temperatures, we're seeing changing weather patterns.
In addition to all that the college is doing, OCC sophomore Laura Webster would like food services to be more transparent with how they deal with food waste.
Telling people what you're doing with it, because I just think that's interesting, I guess, because obviously if you don't sell the food or if you have to throw it out, like what they do with it, how they dispose of it. I think if they were more like see-through in that area.
Reducing your carbon footprint here at OCC is as easy as when you're in the caf eating more greens like this salad over red meat like this burger. Who knows if we'll ever see the effects of climate change in our lifetime, but the purpose of living a sustainable life is making sure that future generations don't. If you are interested in learning more about how to live a more sustainable life, you can talk to your advisor about registering for Professor Quinn's classes on sustainability.
Later, we'll see how one ambitious physics teacher is bringing high school sports to the fans.
But first, advice for drivers on what problems to watch for this winter and how to care for your vehicle. You're watching Ontv Update. We'll be right back after this.
My favorite class to teach is probably the writing scripts. I enjoy working with students on creative writing, and though I enjoy all the classes that I teach, to be honest, there's an energy that creative endeavors like writing scripts allows you to have. That energy just kind of bubbles through the whole term, and so it makes it a lot of fun.
Kappa is the honor society for two-year colleges. Well, I was first appointed by the president to be the Phi Theta Kappa advisor, and I think that I've stuck with it so long because I see that it really does make a difference in students' lives. My role as a Phi Theta Kappa advisor gives me a unique opportunity to form close relationships with students and really see them grow. Come to OCC with an open mind, come here, work hard, and make it happen.
Living on campus is a lot more convenient than living at home because everything I do is on campus, so I can just easily go to places I need, whether it be advising, whether it be getting tutored. Everything's just like within just slight reach. You get a lot of help here. All of the professors I've ever had have been really, really great, really involved, and guide you in the right direction on what you want to do. And it also just lets me get into the whole community aspect of college. That's really important.
Passion for cooking, and sharpen your culinary talents with a degree in hospitality management from Onondaga Community College. You'll take courses in our new state-of-the-art kitchen that prepare you to be creative and enhance your culinary skills while learning how to take charge of a professional kitchen. Apply now at sunyocc.edu to start your career in hospitality.
Finals are coming up fast, and Coulter Library is ready. We have lots of new computers, several new study rooms, and extended hours for finals review sessions. If you're stressed about that final exam or frantically working to finish that term paper, look no further. Take advantage of our subject resources and prepare for the end of a successful semester here at Coulter Library.
Welcome back to Ontv Update. I'm Joel Carlino.
And I'm Cola Pedisano. It's looking pretty sunny out there, Braylon. How much more of this weather can we expect?
If you already put your winter jacket away, you better get them back out, because over the next few days, the temperature will drop and snow will begin to fall, according to weather.com. Today will be a high of 35 and a low of 23. On Saturday, there will be a high of 37 and a low of 22 with snowfall and rain. On Sunday, a high of 29 and a low of 16 with snow flurries throughout the day. On Monday, a high of 20 and a low of 6. And on Tuesday, a cloudy day with a high of 20 and a low of 9. If you're worried about your car during the winter, you're not alone. Many other drivers face the cold weather with fear. In central New York, winter hits hard, and if you have a vehicle, driving and maintaining your car during the winter months can be a worrisome challenge.
I worry about if the roads are going to be plowed clearly enough so that we can see potholes and stuff like that.
Midas Assistant Manager Josh Casterline says car troubles are likely in the winter because of salt and cold weather.
Sometimes we get some accidents. People bump into a curb or go off the road and they bend a tie rod or a steering component. A lot of no starts. The cold weather really affects like the battery and the starting system of the vehicle. It can throw the alternator off.
Casterline says washing your car about once every other week during the winter is beneficial to get ice out of wheel wells and keeping your car clean from salt. In the winter, taking small precautions such as letting your car heat up for 5 or 10 minutes before driving away can save you from major damage to your vehicle.
Just before coming into winter, I would get all your steering and suspension checked, get your brakes checked, get some good tires on there. That way your tires get good traction when the snow comes. Have the battery checked, get your starter checked, your alternator, make sure that's all working properly.
Josh also says getting your car checked about halfway through the winter is a good idea to make sure everything is running okay and to avoid unexpected issues. Casterline also says car batteries should be a worry for drivers in the winter as the weather affects the power a battery can put out.
Think it's a little too cold for some Syracuse sightseeing? If you're ready to see Syracuse without ice skates or snowshoes, the Onondaga Historical Association is the place to go. In the new exhibit, Strolling Down Salina Street, you can take a walk through Syracuse in the 1940s. The entire first floor has been transformed to recreate what Salina Street was like from the 1940s to the 1980s. This year, you can do your Syracuse sightseeing all indoors. Everyone is welcome and admission is free.
After the break, we'll take a look at how former Henniger basketball coach Eric Cerrone has impacted the OCC men's basketball team.
We'll tell you how he got involved in the game of basketball and why he decided to come to OCC. We'll be right back with Ontv Update.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
I really enjoy the potential to work closely with students. Oftentimes we're fortunate enough to have small classes. Typically we do a lot of class discussions, we do a lot of exercises that deal with student writing. I try to get the students to interact with each other. I think there's a pretty good balance between students working on their writing and sharing thoughts about writing. Yeah, I think OCC is a strong consideration for any student.
We offer a variety of experiences, and the idea is that you're still learning to play your instrument, but you're learning to express it in different formats. We have a lot of opportunities for students to play and learn about different ways to use their instrument to make music. We have a variety of concerts and events. We bring in alumni, but also our students perform, and they get to have those experiences. And it really is a chance to shine quickly.
What I like about the dorms is how social it is and the community that's built around it and how we all come together to share thoughts and ideas.
Even when you think you're alone, you're not really alone because you're always going to live with somebody and you're always going to want to speak to you. And there's always a person waiting to make a new friend.
I met my friends through some common hobbies we all share, like playing video games. So I met a lot of cool people that way and I enjoy the company of my friends.
It's a smallish community, small campus. It's nice to be able to walk everywhere. The college has tons of opportunities for help and assistance in your classes. It's great. My OAR advisor, Office of Accessibility Resources, the people there are always there to help you. They always ask, how my day was so far and all that. They're really nice and helpful there. If you talk to them, they will do something for you if they can.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Roach, and welcome back to Ontv Update. With the NJCAA Regional Men's Basketball Playoffs underway, I asked head coach Eric Cerrone about his ways of approaching the postseason.
It's coming towards the end of the season for the OCC men's basketball team, and they're hoping to make a deep playoff run this year. Their three-year head coach Eric Cerrone, who came over from Henniger High School, has a deep passion for the game.
Really started since I was a kid, working with youth when I was a player. Just had a passion for it, really liked it.
But what about OCC made Cerrone interested in coming here?
First of all, great facilities, great school, and I thought we had an opportunity to keep a lot of the local guys in Section 3 here at OCC. And with the great facilities and in the league, I thought we had a chance to have a lot of success.
The men's basketball team are in good position to make the 2019 playoffs, and they hope that Coach Cerrone can bring them to another NJC AA Division III championship game where they can compete for a trophy like this one, their first since 1993.
Cerrone has coached many players such as Tyler Sullivan, who won Outstanding Athlete of the Year, and Comeback Award winner Ahmed McKinney in 2018. And they've had a great season, not only based off performance, but also friendship.
This team's really good personality, they've gelled, they get along, they like each other, and I think that matters coming down the stretch of the season.
Cerrone will continue to coach his team to the best of his ability. Jeremy Roach, OCC YMCA, Ontv Update. The Lasers defeated Jefferson in the Mid-State Athletic Conference semifinal last Friday by a score of 71-69. The team was led by Isaiah Brinkley, who had 25 points. The following day, the championship game between OCC and Corning Community College was canceled mid-game after a dispute call led to a fight between the two teams. Players on both sides were suspended, and the game will not be replayed. The Lasers then went on to face the Fulton Montgomery Raiders in the Region 3 Championship Tournament quarterfinal on Tuesday. Without suspended leading scorer Brinkley, the Lasers lost 77-66. Sophomore guard Antonio Scrimali poured in 24 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Laser season comes to a close as they finish with a 20-8 overall record. It's been an emotional week for Syracuse basketball coach Jim Boeheim after being involved in a fatal car crash on 690 last week after their game against Louisville. Boeheim's first game after the incident was last Saturday against Duke. That game saw a record-breaking attendance as 35,642 fans packed into the Carrier Dome. There was a moment of silence for the crash victim before tip-off. The Orange fell to the Blue Devils 75-65. 3 days later, the Orange lost to 5th-ranked North Carolina by a score of 93-85. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft has been charged with 2 counts of soliciting a prostitute while staying at a massage parlor down in Jupiter, Florida, right before the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kraft faced charges last Friday. However, he pleaded not guilty and has requested a non-jury trial. According to CBS Sports, Kraft could be given a fine and suspended for the beginning of the 2019 season. And finally, the OCC women's basketball team is staying strong in their fight for the championship. They defeated 8th-seeded Herkimer Generals on Tuesday in the SRC Arena by a score of 55-37. The Lasers advanced to the regional championship tournament semifinal tomorrow afternoon. They will face off against the Jefferson Cannoneers in the SRC Arena at 12 p.m. So, guys, did you see that record-breaking contract that Bryce Harper just got from the Phillies? It was 13 years, $330 million.
Wow, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, it seems like those contracts just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Coming up, we'll see how a local physics teacher had several extracurricular activities for her students, from Science Olympiad to video production.
And we'll learn what it's like to cook with a disability with local chef Brianne Grealish, who produces her own online cooking show. Stick around to learn what inspires her to inspire others. You're watching Ontv Update.
Is the Honor Society for two-year colleges. Well, I was first appointed by the president to be the Phi Theta Kappa advisor, and I think that I've stuck with it so long because I see that it really does make a difference in students' lives. My role as a Phi Theta Kappa advisor gives me a unique opportunity to form close relationships with students and really see them grow. Come to OCC with an open mind, come here, work hard, and make it happen.
Living on campus is a lot more convenient than living at home because everything I do is on campus, so I can just easily go to places I need, whether it be advising, whether it be getting tutored. Everything's just like within just slight reach. You get a lot of help here. All of the professors I've ever had have been really, really great, really involved, and guide you in the right direction on what you want to do. And it also just lets me get into the whole community aspect of college. That's really important.
Passion for cooking, and sharpen your culinary talents with a degree in hospitality management from Onondaga Community College. You'll take courses in our new state-of-the-art kitchen that prepare you to be creative and enhance your culinary skills while learning how to take charge of a professional kitchen.
Apply now at sunyocc.edu to start your career in hospitality.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
I really enjoy the potential to work closely with students. Oftentimes, we're fortunate enough to have small classes. Typically, we do a lot of class discussions, we do a lot of exercises that deal with student writing. I try to get the students to interact with each other. I think there's a pretty good balance between students working on their writing and sharing thoughts about writing. Yeah, I think OCC is a strong consideration for any student.
Welcome back to Ontv Update. I'm Cole Pettisano.
And I'm Joel Carlino. Syracuse local Brittany Grealish has been working hard in her own kitchen, prepping her brand to show to the world.
Starting in Syracuse, she's putting together her own cooking show and book, showcasing her skills in the kitchen, inspiring those with disabilities to pursue their passions. Imagine walking into the kitchen ready to cook yourself some breakfast. But before you turn on the stove or crack an egg, your hands are wrapped in tape, so you only have 2 pinkies to work with. This is the No Thumbs Chef Challenge for local chefs and bakers on Brittany Grealish's locally produced online cooking show, The Fingerless Kitchen. But for Bree, this is life every day.
The Fingerless Kitchen is me, right? That's how I live every day of my life, is in the Fingerless Kitchen. This idea came to me to start teaching people with disabilities to cook because there was something missing.
With a recently received grant, Bree is able to produce a monthly show at sites like Half Moon Bakery and The Chef and the Cook. Her husband, Elias, has provided support along the way.
The boys and I are going to be rooting for her no matter how far it takes her, because it's very fulfilling for her.
The idea for the No Thumbs Challenge comes from Bree's childhood, when a teacher would tape fellow students' hands to show them what it was like for Bree. Since I'm here in Bree's kitchen, I thought I would try the Fingerless Challenge myself. In her show, Bree proves that a disability does not have to limit a person from pursuing her passion. Her family, friends, and viewers are all excited to witness the impact of the Fingerless Kitchen.
And when you stop and you think and you look at something through the eyes of somebody else, right? It's kind of the walk a mile in my shoes, and people learn and change their perceptions.
In Syracuse, for Ontv Update, Cole Pettisano. To find out more about Bree and her efforts, visit thefingerlesskitchen.com or visit her channel on YouTube.
Sectionals is one of the busiest times of the year for high school sports. Teams are playing several games a week, and it can be difficult for family and friends to come and watch. Ontv Update's Tommy Valentine tells us about a local teacher that is bringing the games to the fans.
For Chittenango's Beth Carpenter, there's no such thing as an average school day. A physics teacher of 20 years, Beth also heads the Science Olympiad Club, Robotics Club, and her newest project, the Bear Den Video Crew.
It started out with producing a little bit of content for the video board out in the stadium. We had no intention whatsoever of broadcasting live games, and then it sort of morphed into that.
The crew was started 3 years ago by Beth and a handful of students. Although the program is relatively new, the production of their live streams, as well as the student participation, has come a long way.
Nearly 50 students participated this year in the Bear Den Video Crew. With all those extra hands, the team tries to broadcast every single home athletic event. Basically, if a sport's going on here at Chittenango, you'll be able to see it live. Now I got to get back to work.
Not all the students involved in the program hope to be doing this one day for a career. Students like Tommy McIntosh just want to make the most of their experience.
I don't know if it's what I want to do for sure, but it's definitely something that in college I'd like to do on the side a little bit, and it definitely gives me a new respect for how difficult everything like ESPN, the shows they put together, is just really impressive.
Though Beth is pleased with all the new state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, she's never lost sight of why she started the crew in the first place.
Aside from having fun and putting a product out there, I think it's great for the community, and I think it's great for kids to be involved. Even if they're not on a team, they can be a part of our extracurricular program.
Beth hopes that still 10 years from now, students will be putting live streams and videos on the air for dedicated Bear fans to watch. In Chittenango, Tommy Valentine, Ontv Update.
Even though the winter season has officially come to an end for Chittenango Athletics, Beth has ensured that the Bear Den video crew will be right back at it come spring.
Let's take one last look at the weather. What are we going to expect this weekend, Braylon?
The weather over the weekend starts off above freezing on Friday and Saturday, with both days having highs near 40 degrees, and then dipping under freezing on Sunday with a high of 29 and a low of 16.
Next week, we take a look at an on-campus student-run retail shop that sells baked goods and other tasty treats.
And we'll find out why it's never sunny in Syracuse.
We'll also check up on the Lady Lasers basketball team.
From all of us here at OnTV Update, we wish you a safe and happy weekend. And as always, stay warm, Syracuse.